Hey team, it's me, Jen. I know that among some students in this course and myself, there have been some discussions going on about what exactly my expectations are, and also about a tone of mine that may, for some students, come across as condescending or meaning to cause harm or create perhaps some kind of tension in the course. I wanted to make this video to address in the best way that I know how these concerns, because I think that sometimes writing feelings out in words can come across maybe not as they're intended to be, or they might carry a tone that isn't really true to the feelings of the writer. That's why I'm making this video. I want to ask you to excuse me though, because we are just getting over a round of a really intense cold in this house, and I am actually still feeling pretty sick right now and having a hard time speaking. So please excuse me if I speak a little bit more slowly than usual, or if I sound a little more nasally than usual, and also if I look pretty yucky, because I'm looking pretty yucky right now. Anyway, I wanted to address these concerns because the way that my students come to this course means a lot to me. If students begin the term by feeling intimidated or threatened, or they feel offended, that is a critical point for me, because one of the things that I value most about teaching and learning in the courses that I teach is coming through as authentic. I like to be a teacher presenting myself as I am, with my personality and my unique concerns. And I like to do that because I hope it inspires students to come to my course in that way as well. However, I'm very excitable and I'm very idealistic in a lot of ways. And I sometimes um, have a passion to get to know my students and be intimate and personable with them to such a high degree that it can feel overwhelming or disingenuous for students who might be a little bit more conservative in their approach to education. That isn't always the case, but I want students to understand that my intentions as an instructor are only the best. And what that means is I make these videos, especially the video that I made about my expectations, in order to really clarify what I mean by going above and beyond, to show the potential that I think each of you has as a graduate student. What I did not intend was to obfuscate what the criteria for passing the course and getting an A is. I am a very stringent and rigorous grader according to the rubric. If you meet the rubric by posting one main post and two main posts that do respond to the prompt, and you do that very well, you're going to get a very good grade. I did not mean to articulate that um, I'm going to be judging students based on this highfalutin, idealistic image that I have of this superhero graduate student who can do anything. That's not what I mean. What I did want to impart, however, was that graduate students who want to go above and beyond. I know that many students feel um, locked within a box in many of their undergraduate programs. As a graduate student, you have this once in a lifetime unique chance to be working intimately in a field that sends you aflame. And I really wanted to get out the message that students who want to do more, who want to go beyond, um, you know, the mediocre, and I want to take a moment to pause on that term mediocre. Um, I did not mean to use it as an offensive term. I can see actually how the mediocre could be taken as offensive. Indeed, nobody wants to be mediocre. Nobody wants to strive for that. Nobody does strive for it, I think. Um, and it's it's a word that I used, of course, to start a fire, to start a debate. and to initiate a deeper thinking of uh, the parameters of rubric, the parameters of expectations in higher education. I intend words like this to start controversy, and to initiate um, heated discussion, and perhaps as a tool during the first weeks, my language and my diction, my approach, my personality can seem really overwhelming. For example, I lay back in the chair and I roll my eyes and I palpitate my heart and I gesture a lot. And if you were actually in a face-to-face course with me, you'd see me doing things like this all the time, stomping my feet and twirling my hair and really adding a lot of expression and gestures to my teaching. That is who I am as an instructor, and it does not jive with every student. Not every student really understands where that fits in with higher education. And for students that might have this idea of education as something that is very third person, something that is perhaps maybe removed from personal experience, something that is approachable and maybe more standard, that is understandable, and I will try harder to deliver that to students that might need that in the best way that I can. But I want to encourage you to let me know, or let my boss know, the assistant dean, Patrick Hayes Jr. You can shoot him an email too and let him know if you're not comfortable letting me know things that are making you feel out of your element, approaches that I'm taking that don't quite suit you. Because one goal that I have as an instructor is to find a way that not only feels genuine for me, but also to help students feel comfortable in this course. That is paramount for me. If I have done something or written something that has been sarcastic, if I've used a word choice that seems offensive, or if I have put forth expectations that seem unclear to you, please do let me know. And if you are comfortable publicly letting me know, I do think that this kind of thing is a good jumping board for discussions that many of us will come into contact with as we go forth to become academics or professors or writers, leaders, teachers. These are things that we are constantly faced with. So if you feel comfortable posing these things publicly, then I invite you to do that. I think that there's a lot to be gained in terms of personal growth. It helps me to grow, and I think that it also helps many students to grow, to have conversations like that. Either way, I hope that we can continue on in this term on a very strong level of respect. That's something that's very important to me. I encourage you to let your personality shine in this course, and I hope that you will allow mine to shine as well. As long as I keep that personality within check in a way that feels comfortable for you. Please do let me know what makes you feel uncomfortable and what makes you comfortable. I feel like I'm talking myself into a circle at this point. Either way, I look forward to hearing from you, and I appreciate your feedback, and I hope to keep it coming. It looks like this term is going to be fiery. I really hope that it is, because I think that that's how we start to really dissect texts, and we really begin to understand ourselves as academic and what we value and what we don't value about certain pedagogies, certain approaches to teaching. I look forward to the journey, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.